Lipstick and Hustle. I am Miss Keish. I am a facial beauty consultant and inner beauty motivator. Today I'm coming to you to let you know 5 ways that you can have a money motivated mindset. We're just going to jump right into it. The first thing I would do is educate yourself on wealth and finances. It's a huge thing that we're never taught in school. We're not taught about generational wealth. We're not taught about managing your finances, and we're definitely not taught about money, period. So one thing I would say is do that on your own. Look up podcasts, read books. One thing I always tell you is look for someone to mimic that's in the same field that you want to be in or in the same field that you're in, and model yourself after them. Of course, you want to have your own personality. You want to do things your own way, but look at their journey, study their journey, and learn how they got to where they are. So finding people on YouTube, reading books, I'm going to recommend a book to you. It is The Wealth Choice by Dennis Kimbro, and I'm going to put it right here. So you guys can check out that book. It's about Black entrepreneurs and Black successful people in the past century and they're all millionaires. So it's just telling their story, how they got to where they are. And it's actually about them giving advice. Books, podcasts, motivators, mentors, anything that you can to learn more about wealth. Generational wealth is huge right now. And it's something that everyone's not everyone, but a lot of people are trying to build. That's something I'm personally trying to build. I want to be able to leave something for my children, my grandchildren. I want to be able to just build a legacy that's going to last beyond my own years of living. And read books and educate yourself on that, because the more that you know about wealth and the more that you know about money, you'll learn to be able to create it, and you'll learn to be able to keep it. And that's a big thing, is not only learning how to make the money, but learning how to keep the money, invest the money, and create more opportunities with the wealth and the money that you create on your own. The next thing that I would say, learn where you are financially. I'm working on creating a worksheet for you guys that'll explain this a little bit more, or that'll be your income versus your debt and your expenses. So one thing that's huge, I just purchased my house earlier this year, and one of the things that the lenders looked at the most is your income to debt ratio. Now, income to debt ratio is income, of course, what you're bringing in, any type of source of income that you have versus your debt. Now, your debts are any loans that you may have, like your student loan, your car loan, any credit card loans, any type of money that you've borrowed, that's one of your debts. And it's usually on your credit report as well. So you can take a look at your credit report and see all the debts that you have on there. And creating that income to debt ratio, learning about that income to debt ratio is key to a lot of success. And you want to have way more income than you have debt. You want to keep that debt to a minimum. Speaking of minimizing, the next thing I would do is not only just your debt, but I would list my expenses. Now, your expenses are your haircuts, your nails, your waxes, gas, electricity, any monthly expenses that you may have. List all of those as well, so you know what you have coming in and what you have putting out. So you always want to have more money coming in than the money that you're dishing out. And again, I'm working on that worksheet, and a link will be listed below for you to download that for free. So I'm working on that for you guys, definitely, because I think that that's really important. You learning to manage your finances is learning where you are and being real with yourself about where you are financially. Learn really having on paper what you make and what you spend. And some of us don't do that at all. So I just want you guys to have a chance to look at where you are financially and be able to work from there and prosper from it. We'll be able to educate yourself more when you really get a chance to know where you are financially. The next thing I would say is create a plan to eliminate debt. Now, once you have that worksheet, or once you have your everything written out, look at the debt, look at all the debts that you have. And I would say work from smallest to largest. If you have a credit card debt, or you owe for whatever it could be, a doctor bill, a dentist bill, this, that, whatever debt that is, go from the smallest to the largest, and celebrate your accomplishment. And I say go from the smallest to the largest because you feel a sense of success when you accomplish something. I know that I do. And I did that with my own debt. I took the smallest ones and I worked, from that on up to eliminating my own debt. So definitely create a plan for that and stick to the plan. Create a plan and create a plan and have deadlines for yourself. If you have a credit card, like the smallest one, your credit card is due and it is, you have a balance of $350 on it and you're going to give yourself 2 months to pay that off, half and half. Okay. So literally at that second month on that due date, that needs to be done. Create the deadlines for it. And when you go and you create your plan to eliminate your debt, put deadlines on all of them. Give yourself 6 months, a year, whatever it is, depending on how much the debt is, give yourself a deadline for that. The next thing I would say is, and this is something that I do personally as well, is track all of your spending. I use an app that's just called Spending, and it's like a little wallet, and you can put in your income there, and then you can put in all of your expenses, and they have categories as well that you can list it, household, gas, coffee, eating out, everything. And you can create your own subcategories as well. But track your spending. Definitely track your spending for an entire month and go back and look of how you spend your money. It's going to be a really big eye opener for you if you don't pay attention to really how you spend your money, just swiping a card or, throwing out cash and all that. So just track your money, track your spending for a month. And I'm going to challenge you as well to use cash. That's like putting yourself on a budget. Use cash instead of always swiping a card. Number 3 is be willing to sacrifice. Be willing to sacrifice giving up things that you may love, that you may like, for you to get to the next level. There's nothing wrong with that. I went back and got a house with my sister and my parents, and I lived with them for about 1.5 years in order for me to save money to purchase my own home. It was always been a really big deal for me to purchase a home. I want to be a homeowner. So it was really big to me. And when I seen the opportunity for me to go back home and live with my parents and my sister, share this home with them, not only did I get a chance to build an even stronger bond with my family, but I was able to save money. Before then, I was in an apartment for like $1,500 a month. So what I was doing is I had to pay rent where I was, of course, with my parents, but I took the difference of what I would have been paying for my 1-bedroom apartment and I put it in the bank. I made a point every month to put that money in the bank no matter what. I had an automatic transfer to go to my savings account every month to the difference of what I was paying in my current rent and what I used to pay for my 1-bedroom apartment. And that's actually what really helped me to be able to purchase my home. So don't be afraid to sacrifice. If you have to get a roommate, if you have to go back home and live with your parents, especially if you're able to go back home and live with your parents, that is something that I do recommend to people. It doesn't have to be long-term, but in order for you to get ahead, if it's for you to help you pay off student loans, help you to pay off any debt, help you to purchase property, help you to just get to the next place in your career, if you have parents that are willing for you to come home, do it. I definitely recommend you doing that because it helped me and I'm extremely grateful that I have the support system that I do have, and we were all able to come together. It wasn't always easy, 2 adult girls with our parents living there, but we made it work. And I'm grateful for that opportunity for me to be able to do that. Shout out to my parents and my sister. Love you guys. The next thing I would do is get a side hustle and get a second job. Whatever you need to do to get to the next level in your life, in your career, take it. Don't be, sacrifice that. Work weekends. You don't always have to go out. Right now we're still quarantined. Seems like we're going to go back on lockdown. If you're able to get that second job or you're able to really push out that side hustle, do that. Sacrifice the going out, the spending money to make money. It's nothing wrong with that whatsoever. You sacrifice now, it's going to be greater later. Definitely. Trust me. I've been there. I've done that. I've had second jobs plenty of times. I've had, my hustle with my makeup and my esthetician. And a lot of times I couldn't go out on the weekends because I had makeup to do early in the morning, or I had a client that wanted to see me at 3 o'clock on a Saturday. So my day stuck, but I'm going to make that money, and, it was all worth it. And that's what I'm saying. Just don't be afraid to make the sacrifice to make more money and to get out of debt and to get to the next level in your life. The next thing I would say is create passive streams of income. Passive streams of income is something that you create on your own. In the beginning, it's a little harder for you to do that, but always keep that in the back of your mind and do your research on what passive income is. And it really is something that you create on your own. If that is your side hustle, if that is being a YouTuber, if that is starting a blog, if that is pushing a product, but it's whatever it is that you're doing on your own and no one else is your employer. It's a side hustle, but it's an entrepreneurial side hustle, okay? And number 4 is credit. People. Credit is important. More important than having cash. Cash is king, but credit is queen, basically. Learn about credit. Learn about building your credit and learn about maintaining your credit. It's one thing to build it, but it's a whole nother ball game to maintain your credit. Educate yourself on what good credit is. Educate yourself on what creditors look at, and take a look at your credit report very often. Every Tuesday, I look at my credit report. I look at all my bank accounts. I look at my credit card statements. Any financial thing, like Tuesdays are my financial days. So Tuesdays, I take a look at anything that has to do with my credit, anything that has to do with my money. I'm looking into it, and I'm looking into it in depth. So definitely learn about definitely take a look at your credit report. First of all, Credit Karma, Credit Sesame are free sites that you can sign up for, and you can find out your credit report. So just find out what your credit score is and find out what's on your credit report. And for people who don't stay on top of their credit reports, a lot of times you have things on there that you don't know about. There's things that you can dispute. There's, you have things in collection. You're wondering why you have a low credit score. Educate yourself on that. Just educate yourself on what a credit report is, what it means, and the things that are on your credit report, and do your research of whatever that you do see on your credit report to make sure that it's accurate. And if you do have anything in collections, there's so many resources out, just free information out there too, that'll help you to clear those things up. And again, my sister's starting her own blog about it, Abundantly Plugged. And again, I'm going to put it down there. You can follow her on Instagram, and it's going to have wealth tips and credit tips and all that good stuff for you, for sure. Number 5, and the last thing I'm going to say, is have a money motivated mindset. Think like a person with money. A lot of people have a broke or poverty mindset, and that is a no-no. When you think like a broke person, or you think you don't have any money, you're not going to have any money. So I would definitely, look at yourself as if you already have money. It's a manifestation thing. If you walk like you got money and you talk like you got money, you're going to be able to attract money. And not just money, wealth. We want to attract wealth. We don't want to just attract money. Money isn't everything. We want to attract wealth because there's so much more that comes with wealth than there is that comes with money. Anybody can have money, but not everybody is wealthy. So do your research on that too. Money versus wealth. Learn how to take care of what you have now. If you learn how to take care of and control the money that you have now and appreciate it, you're going to be able to attract more money. You're not going to be able to attract money and create money if you can't even if you can't even manage what you have now. Appreciate money, appreciate wealth. Do your research on it. Learn about it, love it, respect it, so that you can create it, you can attract it, and you can learn how to invest it. Thinking with a millionaire mind, I'm gonna say, think with a millionaire mindset instead of like a broke or poverty-stricken mindset is the key to being able to attract it. Again, that's all I have for you guys today. Like, comment, subscribe. Anything that else you guys want to talk about, let me know about that. Tell me what you think about this video. Tell me about your own issues that you may have with money. And you guys have a good day. Thank you again for tuning in. And like I always tell you, live on purpose in your purpose. Have a good one, guys. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.